Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. So this video today is going to be about an update on Liam Payne's case. I'm going to try to see what I can gauge, if there's any more information I can gauge out of this. I know there's still an investigation going on with Liam Payne's case, and you all submitted a lot of questions, and some of you I should have been more direct. This is my fault. Next time when you guys are submitting questions, I understand you have a series of questions you want to know, but please make them shorter and more direct, because I had to read through paragraphs and I had to write out all the questions here so that I can at least bang them off one by one. And thank you so much, and I appreciate you guys submitting those questions. That was my goof up. I take accountability for that. So I'm going to try to see what I can gauge more, if there's anything to do with Liam Payne's case that's still ongoing. Now, again, I will emphasize this in the comments. No questions about Kate. She had no involvement. No weird accusations, nothing. Please keep the comments civil. Don't attack her. Don't attack Liam's family. Do not attack anybody involved. And again, fingers need to be pointed in the right direction, but Kate, and no pun intended when I say that, Kate is not the person. And of course, you know, please be civil to everybody involved. Don't be making fun of him. Don't be doing anything messed up in the comment section. I don't want this thing to be a war zone. I'm trying to gather information for you guys. I don't want people attacking each other, attacking anybody involved. Nothing. I shouldn't have to say that to you guys, but I have to, you know, because some people, you know, people have their opinions and they perform a mob, and they, you know, they have a one-track mind. And please, until something is announced to the public, or if anything, then we discuss it, and then we'll dive further into that. Until now, please don't attack anybody. I really don't want it to be a war zone, you know, because again, if you guys do that, the consequences, you'll be expunged from my channel. And I know for you, you're like, oh, who cares and stuff. Well, good. Then I don't care. And if you don't care, then I don't care. You know, it is what it is, right? So anyway, thank you so much for watching me thus far. And I want to appreciate everybody that has joined my channel, everyone that's subscribed, everybody that's liked, comment. I do appreciate every single one of them. I do hope you enjoy the non-One Direction content that I do, other channeling celebrities, Freddie Mercury and Amy Winehouse. And please, if you want to book a personal reading, please do it at jazzemporium.com. And for international people, jazzemporium@gmail.com, or my other social media channels, my Instagram, my Twitter, and or my Facebook. Lovely, and I will discuss how to pay, because I know people have different international ways of paying. Please subscribe to my website. I will get you guys deals, Jazz 20. And oh, I got gas. And also too, please subscribe, because I will be writing newsletters. I know I've been holding off on it, but I've been really, really busy. So yes, that will be sufficient, and we will get right to the reading. And I hope you guys do enjoy this reading as much as you can. I know it's a sensitive topic, and I will do trigger warnings. Stuff may come up that may trigger you guys. If you don't want to hear certain questions or certain answers, please skip over each one, because I'm going to be doing each subsection per question. So again, if you guys don't feel comfortable hearing something, or if you guys don't feel comfortable with certain topics, skip over. I will have it in the description section of every chapter, as they're called. So if you guys are having problems or issues, and also too, I will be leaving resources and stuff to do with suicide prevention hotlines, any type of like drug addiction counselings and stuff like that, or anything for mental health. You know, I do stress, please be civil in the comments, you know, and I hope you do like this video, and I shall see you in the next section after the montage. I always do montage. I do my best, you know, and I shall see you later in the reading. And it's going to be a channeling and tarot reading. Sorry, guys. I should have said that at the beginning of this intro. It's going to be a channeling and a tarot reading. So I shall see you in the channeling, and then after the tarot reading, if you choose to stick around long enough for that. Bye for now, and I love you. Mwah. Peace out. Hello, welcome to Jazz Emporium. So today's going to be an update on the Liam Payne case. Now, we're going to do it a little differently. You guys, if you noticed in my post, you submitted some questions, so they're all right here. I'm going to do them as best I can. Some of you sent paragraphs, which is okay. I didn't emphasize on which, how to write the questions and stuff, so that's a bit on my part. That's my fault. I got my clear quartz. Okay, so first off, if you want to book a personal reading, please do so at jazzemporium.com. And for international people, you know the drill. Get a hold of me at jazzemporium@gmail.com. And please don't forget to subscribe to my website, because I am currently writing, as we speak, newsletters and stuff for you guys. So, okay, so let's call him in. Liam James Payne. I just want to say thank you for all your submissions of your questions. I'm just going to move these for a sec. This will also be a channel message, and then later on, some of the questions I will be asking during the channel will be in the channel, and some of your questions will be in the tarot reading. So thank you for those who did submit your questions. So I'm going to try it differently. I'm going to try doodling instead of the whole, you know, thing with the whole stuff to do with like the scribbles, but I'm going to try it differently, and maybe I'll post what I have on the doodles. So let's see here. Liam James Payne. Liam James Payne. Liam James Payne. Okay, so, and some of the questions I will repeat with the cards and or the channeled messages. Okay, so the first question I need you to answer, Liam, is where is your watch? And I'm going to try to draw and channel at the same time. So, Liam, where is your watch? Okay, so where would be your watch? So he's saying, I'm still hearing the Argentinian officials may have it in evidence log or evidence, but they're going to be wanting to give it back to the parents. He goes, that watch is going to give the correct time of death when he hit the ground, I'm hearing. So that's going to be a big thing too. The watch, I'm getting like it's a leather watch or gold or leather watch, but I'm wondering if I'm hearing Jeff Payne. I wonder if Jeff gave him that watch or Kate. Jeff or Kate gave him that watch. So I'm getting here that the watch is cracked. Like, I don't know how to describe it. Like, he showed me the watch. It's either, I'm getting more now, a gold or a silver watch. And it's cracked at the, where it tells the time, like the front surface where all the numbers are. That's what I'm getting here. Liam, do you know who's responsible for your death? I'm getting that he's partially to blame. He still blames himself for his death. He says there's no one person to blame. He's trying to emphasize that it's not Kate. Before people think it is Kate, it's not her. I keep hearing she didn't do it. She didn't do it. So he's referring strongly to Kate, that she didn't do it. So that's coming up, that she had nothing to do with it. He showed me the guardrails to the balcony. Like, he's showing me the balcony, like the guardrails. He's showing me that he was climbing down the balcony and he misstepped and he fell and he landed on the deck. So he showed me that, like the deck and all that. So he's saying that he felt trapped when they brought him back up, and in his delusional state of, and I don't want to say delusional, but in his intoxicated, not delusional, in his like intoxicated hallucination. He thought he didn't want to be in there, so he climbed, and I'm seeing that he lost his footing, or like because he was all hazy and messed out from the drugs, that he slipped and he fell. And then he fell into the little villa there, the little, I call it like a villa, but you know, that part where, like the deck area. So he showed me that. Okay. I guess he says if you have to play anybody responsible, he puts actually more blame on the hotel staff, I'm hearing. He's saying, because they didn't call when he was having problems downstairs, like with the computer, I'm hearing. They should have called, he said they should have called the ambulance, or they should have called basically the ambulance that way to go get him help, I'm hearing. That's where if anyone's getting the finger pointed at, he says, they should be pointed at too. The ones who carried him up, or the ones that neglected him in that department. He says there is probably going to be neglect charges on the staff, I'm hearing, because they should have called for an ambulance to check him, because he was not in his right state of mind. And he's also, what I'm getting with this channeling too, he's saying the computer, the one that he smashed, they need to check that computer. I'm getting the computer especially because I'm getting with the computer that there's a file. They need to check the file in his computers. They need to check all the electronics, I'm hearing. That's one thing that's coming up here. They need to check the file system of the computer. That's extremely important, they're saying, because him and his spirit team, because there's something on that computer, an email, a file system, that's going to give more insight to what happened exactly. Or they're saying they need to check like a file or something on the computer, because there is something hidden that they're not seeing, or a hidden file. That's a big thing that's coming out here. I'm getting that definitely. When did you realize the trust was very off in your surroundings? Okay, so he's telling me Rogelio. That's the big one that's coming up. He says, if you guys are going to point the finger at somebody, point at Roger, not Kate. Roger knows more than what he's saying. Roger, again, I'm hearing that, you know, he told Roger he's quitting drugs, but the problem is Roger didn't want him to quit drugs. So I'm hearing that he, in pretty much so many words, kept feeding Liam drugs. I'm hearing pizza, drugs, alcohol. I'm hearing that he basically, ooh, sorry guys, whoa, gotta lube up the pipes here. Sorry about that. Oh, every time I want to bring up Rogelio, my voice instantly wants to cut out, which tells me there's something he's hiding. Roger knows more than what he's saying. If you're wondering about the S workers, sorry, because I don't know if I can say the actual workers, that was Rogelio. He wanted to have a party and good time. Loosen up, Liam. Loosen up, Liam. I would point more fingers at Rogelio, and that's when he realized his surroundings weren't it was very off by the way Rogelio would be pushing things like, come on, do this drug, Liam. Come on, do that. That's what I'm getting here. And he showed me the Dove bar soap. So, I mean, and he says the person that gave him the drugs is going to be charged too. He showed me the Dove soap, that they smuggled it through like the soap bars and stuff like that. But he also wants to acknowledge too that he, when you're a celebrity, when you say, I want something, they give you it. So Rogelio was like, almost like twisting his arm, kind of like saying, I want you to, like, almost like pushing him. Come on, let's go. Let's do this. Let's have a good time and party. That's one thing I'm getting to Rogelio. He's saying Rogelio. Or Roger, quote unquote Roger, because I'm going to write that down, Roger. See, he was supposed to be taking care of him, but I don't think he had his best interests. So that's definitely something is coming up, is I'm getting that Roger failed to take care of Liam. Like, and I'm hearing, like, even to bring him to, like, appointments and stuff like that, too. He wasn't doing what he was told to by the parents. Or by, like, his team that was trying to get him some sort of help. It wasn't efficient, I'm hearing. So that's a big one, Rogelio. If you guys are going to point the finger at somebody and harass people, y'all should need to take a look at Rogelio, because I don't think he's been telling the full truth. Okay, so that's that question. So where's Liam's watch? I may integrate some of these questions, because I have to break the channeling so I can keep track of what questions I did ask. So to answer question 2 and 3, did anyone who was responsible for Liam's death? I'd say the officials downstairs, the Casa Sur people that didn't do their jobs when they saw someone in distress, like the staff, the ones that carried him up. And I'm getting Rogelio. Rogelio did not keep an eye on Liam. And yes, it was a combination I'm getting with his death was the fear of being alone in the hotel room or not wanting to be in the hotel room, and he went sort of ballistic. But I'm also getting that Rogelio did not take care of him, and he was pushing drugs and alcohol, like trying to get him to go back to his addiction. That's another thing I will be channeling in. Like, Liam's getting me to channel in and draw alcohol and drugs, you know, especially like lines of cocaine and stuff like that, and other drugs and paraphernalia. Okay, because this is going to be a shorter channeling. It's going to be about 10-15 minutes channeling, and then I'll do the tarot reading and see what comes up there. It's for the one fan that did ask, did I consider acting? Did you ever consider acting, Liam? He goes, yes. He goes, I wanted to make cameos and different things. He showed me a big bright flame. He's showing me, yes, he would have wanted to do that. He goes, I would have acted in more action films. I'm hearing either him or Zane wanted to do something with Spike Lee when he was alive. What is it called? Not comic. What am I saying? Comic-Con. He might have like stuff to do with comic books and stuff. Like Superman, Spider-Man. Because again, I'm getting fogged because I'm channeling, but he wanted to star in those types of film, like action films. I'm hearing stunt doubles and stuff like that. So he was interested, or he said he could have probably wanted to direct some films, but he wanted to do a make star and cameos, but he just said it wasn't in the cards, not in this lifetime. But he said he was interested. He said it stroked his fancy, but he never had time to go do that, he said, or he wanted to get himself at a better place to do so. So he showed me like a camera and stuff like that. He said he wanted to do modeling and photography too, but he goes, that stuff just wasn't in the cards. But he said also artwork. So he's a very creative person. He said, any way I would have done my creativity, I would have done it that way. So to answer somebody's question, yes, he did consider acting. He was actually in the talks of doing something, but it didn't come out. Did you ever consider doing more collaboration with music artists? Yes. Oh, yes, he said. He wanted to do a couple of collaborations. He said if he would have found an artist that he would have wanted to collaborate with, and if they would have said yes, I'm getting that, you know, the next album after the second Liam Payne album, he said he would have done that. He wanted to do actually more music and collaboratory stuff. He said yes. He said he would have changed up his sound and stuff like that, or he would have done more like soul and pop and R&B, I'm hearing. He said he wanted to do that. I'm getting Rita Ora. That's another thing too, Rita Ora. Rita Ora would have been one. Who else I'm trying to see here? Lady Gaga would have been one. Trying to see who else. Not Sam Thompson. That's weird. I said Sam Thompson. He might have wanted to appear on Sam Thompson's, I don't know why Sam Thompson's coming up. Sam Thompson? I don't know why, but yeah. Sam Thompson, he would have appeared on his show too, I'm hearing. Okay, so Yes, so I did that one, musical collaborations, because I'm trying to answer everybody's question fairly, guys. So be patient with me, because it's new how I'm doing this. Okay, so what were your thoughts at that point? My thoughts was, I need to get out of here. I need to get, I'm getting like, to answer that question for number 3, what was his thoughts at that point? Was I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. I need to get out of here. That's a big one. I need to get out of here. Like he didn't want to be confined. I need to get out of here. That was a big one. He felt like, almost like, I don't want to say claustrophobic, but he felt like he didn't want to be there. His gut was telling him something wasn't right. He didn't want to be there. That's a big thing I'm getting. Like, he did not want to be where he was. And he missed Kate. He really did miss her. He said this was an unfortunate accident. Nobody, not her, not I, we didn't know this was going to happen. You know? And he's really driving home to you guys that you guys need to leave her the fuck alone. Whoever's going up still to her social media and being nasty to her, you guys need to leave her the fuck alone. She had nothing to do with this. And I stand 10 toes down. If he's telling me this repeatedly, she had nothing to fucking do with this. And I don't care if you guys disagree with me on that. She had nothing to do with it. So, okay, so I answered. I'm going to answer 2 more because I'm trying to make it half and half. There's 13 questions submitted, so I'm going to try to do 6 for channeling, 6 for the tarot. So be patient with me, guys. Sorry. Was there anyone in the room with him before he passed or after he passed out? Okay, so was there anybody in the room? I'm getting more like no. When they brought him up, they left him, after they brought him up, they left him there and they situated him down. And then after they thought he was fine, they left him there pretty much to sit there and chill until they figured out what they were going to do with Liam, because I'm hearing that they also wanted him basically discharged from the place or like signed out. Sorry, yes, because he was having troubles because they were going to put him at another hotel, I'm hearing, because he was going to get signed out, and then they didn't act quick enough, and then nope. And then the whole incident happened where he went off the balcony. So I think until they brought him up there and they situated, they thought they calmed him down and he was sitting on the couch, and then they left, and then the whole thing is he thought, well, fuck it, if I'm going to be kept here against my will, because they said to him, you're causing too much of a ruckus, that basically he said, fuck it, I'm gonna go down myself. And he said, I didn't expect to fall the way I did, but I did. Like, I'm getting like he wanted out, like he was trying to get out. That's why the backpack was there and the hat. He was just gonna sneak off, and that was it, and then get a hold of somebody that way. But, you know, he showed me a couch, like they put him on the couch to calm him down. He's also shown me the officials carrying him up. Oops, excuse me, guys. Okay, what were your thoughts at that point? Okay, I channeled number 3. Okay, so anyone in the room with him? Yep, no. So I answered that question. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so any final messages before we get started on to the tarot reading? Any messages, Liam, that you want to convey? I'm keep hearing leave Kate alone. Leave Kate out of this. She had nothing to do with this. And he's saying, I love her, and people need to stop harassing her. Let her grieve the way she needs to grieve, I'm hearing, because that's not fair to her. I'm hearing that she's going to discover another letter or something that he gave to her. I don't know if Kate watches these videos or not, but there's going to be something else, like a box or something that she has stored in a box that she's going to discover from Liam. It's or something that the parents are going to give her, or somebody's going to give her, that Liam was sharing with her, or that that Kate hasn't found, and it's going to be like a another letter or another trinket of some sort or something. And that's something that she's going to discover. So I'm getting like a letter or another letter or another article, something that he wrote her. He always used to write her letters and stuff like that. So she's going to discover like another little love note to her. And I hope she finds that endearing. And he goes, I love my son Bear. I see him almost every day. I want to thank all the fans that are still here, that still support me and love me even beyond the grave. Thank you for keeping my memory alive. Cheryl, thank you for taking care of her son. He goes, my parents and my sisters, I love you so much. He's saying, I miss you guys. I really do miss you guys. And as I'm saying this too, my head, the back of my head still hurts. Like my head, my ears. Like he's really emphasizing on the impact of the back of his head and ears. And I guess I can answer one more question. Was there a weapon, or was the TV used as a weapon by Rogelio? No. He said, my head injuries were caused when I fell back. I destroyed the hotel room out of frustration after they tried to calm me down. And I was destroying it before I went downstairs with the computer. I was really, really angry. So the broken TV was a no, because he made me draw like a square TV with break marks in it. But no, that unfortunately was not. He said, I broke that TV. I smashed it down, then I put it back up. I was just really frustrated with everything he said. So to answer that question, no, there was no TV or the coffee table. I banged myself near the coffee table and stuff. I was just very destructive, he said, when I was under the influence, so no. I think also too, or it's either that or I'm also getting that when they brought him in, they accidentally bonked the TV, the guys, because Liam was thrashing around when they brought him back. So the TV could have been knocked when they were trying to put him back. I'm also getting too, so I don't feel anyone whacked him over the head. The head injuries that he's getting me, like the back of the head to the ear, was when he fell and hit the ground. Because physics says when you go out of somewhere, the higher you fall or the longer the drop with the wind resistance, the harder you fall because gravity pulls you to the ground. So, okay, that's it for the channel reading. So I'm going to go to the tarot reading. So thank you for joining me for this channel session. I shall see you in the tarot reading. I'll be right with you guys. Bye for now. Okay, thank you for coming to the tarot part. So let's see what's there for the tarot. Look what just came up here, guys. The Tower card. Okay, so definitely that's at the bottom of the deck. Oh my God, shocking information. Sudden, quick. Liam is acknowledging here. Hello. This is sudden, quick, and that, again, the Tower, and we all know what that means, and I don't have to say this. And King of Cups, he's coming forward. Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. So I'm going to put that there because he's the King of Cups. Okay, so that's definitely those two that wanted to come out. Spirit told me to turn to the bottom of the deck with that one. But before I do, I want to say what's the T Tarot cards. Okay. All right, let's get this. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Is there anything that needs to be known about Liam Payne's death with the What's T Tarot cards? What's T Tarot cards? Any information surrounding Liam Payne's case or death. And these are oracle cards, guys. So, cyberbully. You're being bullied online. They are or has suffered from it. Leave Kate alone. That's all I'm going to say. Whoever is doing this, leave Kate the hell alone. And it's not the leave Brittany alone. It's not that. I'm not saying it like that, guys. although that video is funny. Liam's acknowledging to you guys, please stop cyberbullying people. Don't harass Kate or Niall or anybody in this that's involved in this. And again, them two are not even really involved. I heard even Niall got some hate at the beginning. Guys, quit doing that shit. You know, it's not cool, man, you know? Anything that's going to be involved with Liam Payne's thing with this, spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Anything with Liam Payne's death to come up. Anything, Spirit said to put that one back, by the way, guys, before you get on my ass for that one. Running. Somebody's running from the situation. I'm getting, there's going to be a guilty party that's going to be trying to run or distance himself from this situation. Okay, so that's coming up, definitely. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Anything to come up with Liam's case, anything prominent or important here with the Oracle card, Spirit, with the, what's T, tarot cards. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Bad karma. Someone's about to receive bad karma. So if there are people involved, like the officials I'm hearing, or anything to do with like the people that brought him upstairs, someone's going to be receiving bad karma. I'm getting Rogelio. People that left him that shouldn't have been leaving him behind. They should have been with him, stuck with him. People that neglected him or put him upstairs versus calling the authorities to when he was overdosing, I'm hearing. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Caught a case. Sexual infection, sexual disease, rash. Caught a case. Now, again, this is about STDs, STIs, but someone's about to catch a case. Someone is going to be charged. So, caught a case can also represent catching a case of actually getting caught with something, police. This one's about STDs, STIs. There's going to be stuff probably coming out about the toxicology reports I'm hearing. Caught a case, you know. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Somebody's kissing the judge's ass. Somebody does not want the information to come out. That's another thing, too. I'm getting here somebody's trying to kiss somebody's butt to make sure something doesn't come out. And the situation's played out. I'm not saying the case of self, the Liam Payne case being played out, but someone here is playing out in bad habits, guys. Oh, my goodness. Something about the drugs is going to come out with bad habits here. And moving on, that someone's going to be moving on. There is going to be something coming out what was actually given to Liam. And it's going to be confirmed of what here was given. But people want this to move on. They don't want to really dive into this, I'm hearing. Even I'm hearing the Australian... I don't want to keep saying Australian. The Argentinian officials want this to just, like, move on. It's been a year, blah, blah, blah. It's like they're not seeing the seriousness of this case. So I'm surprised nobody asked about the judge. Why don't we ask about the judge? Okay. What is the judge, the new judge in Liam Payne's case? I can't remember if it's a female or male. But what is this new judge looking at Liam's case? What is this person going to be like? And are they going to get to the bottom of this? Spirit, ancestors, angel guides. And that's my question. Because nobody asked that question. I want to know. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Okay, the judge is going to look over everything through a fine-tooth comb. So this is positive. Even though it's a moon card in reverse, things that are hidden are not going to be hidden anymore. It's going to come out into light. This judge is really going to take a good look at it. And they're going to see, like, okay, what is being hidden, what needs to come to the surface. So this judge is going to look beyond the surface here of what's going on. Pisces card, moon card. So probably Pisces season is going to be relevant to next year, I'm hearing. Hierophant. Again, this is going to be the position of authority. There's going to be something that's going to be said from a high court or judge, or a higher person's looking at it, like a higher person even than the judge. They're going to take a good look at this, and it's going to be revealed something about the judge too. Taurus energy. Taurus season could be relevant. For your ancestors, angels, guides. There's going to be something heartbreaking coming in. Ooh. Again, like my throat. Okay. I'm going to do 3 cards for each question because that's a lot of questions, guys. Thank you for asking me all these questions. There's a lot of questions here. So remember, there were 6 in the channeling, 6 here. And I'm going to do 3 cards per question because it would be just way too many cards and it would be too much of a mess here. You know, let's just keep it simple, right? So what's going to be revealed here is the judge is going to come to conclusion, some heartbreaking information. That's what's going to come here with this. There's going to be something very heartbreaking or heartbreakingly revealed that they're going to take a look at. Now, what is the heartbreaking thing that's going to be revealed? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Because I will pull one more card out. What is going to be the heartbreaking thing revealed? What is going to be the heartbreaking thing revealed here? Ace of Wands, who brought in the S workers. What took the spark out of Liam? Like what happened here pretty much? Or was there violence in this also is going to be revealed. Now, I'm not saying the people that didn't take him up there may have roughed him up a little bit. I think they might have. Yeah. There, something about Rogelio. So in Aries energy, Aries, a heartbreaking situation, they're going to say that somebody tried to come on to Liam that maybe was the same gender. I know it sounds like an offshoot, but that's really weird. Somebody that was abusing their authority. So the officials, somebody was abusing their authority here with Ace of Wands and Emperor in reverse. That's definitely coming up here. Okay, so let's see what I can ask. What's the question here? Okay, so it did question 6, so that was finished here. Sorry, guys, I'm just going to make sure. Okay. Why did your friend... Okay, let's see here. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Passed out. Okay, I'll answer question 7. Sorry, guys, I just had to make sure I got all your questions because, you know, you guys are gracious enough to submit these questions, and I want to make sure I can answer them to the best of my abilities. Again, I'm not perfect, and if I don't resonate with you as the psychic reader Jazz, there's other readers on this channel, you know, like on these channels, right? So let's try to answer these as best we can. Why did you leave your friend Gonzalo's home after Kate left back to fly home? Okay, Liam, why did you leave Gonzalo's? Why did you leave Gonzalo's house? Why not stay with Gonzalo if you didn't want to be alone in the hotel room? But why did you leave? Oh. Because he thought he was going to go home quickly. With the Ace of Cups, he wanted to say goodbye to Kate properly when she was, and make sure Kate had everything she needed to go home. And it's not, and again, I'm not pointing a finger at Kate. He just wanted to be around Kate because he was in love with Kate. He wanted to stay with Kate until she left the premises. So why did you leave Gonzalo's home? Why did you leave Gonzalo's home? He just didn't want to be there. He wasn't happy there. Like, I mean, 9 of Swords in reverse, he just didn't want to be there. Like, he was like, he just didn't want to be there. He didn't care to want to be there. He just was, I guess he was bored or he just didn't want to be there. And he had other news coming in that wasn't so great that he had to deal with. I think he also, I'm not saying he had a phone or anything, but somebody might have given him a message like, hey, you need to get back to the hotel room kind of thing. That was another thing, like, yeah. And he wanted to see her off. He wanted to see Kate off, the woman that he loved. So that's what I'm getting with that one. Why did he leave Gonzalo's house? What's another reason? Any more final reasons? He just wanted some rest. He wanted to be rested in his hotel room. He actually wanted to get some rest in the hotel room to sort out, I'm hearing, issues like, you know, because he was almost like, I'm hearing with the visa, he wanted to sort out some issues so he can get home. Because he wanted to also probably pre-pack to go home. Because he thought a little shortly after he'd be following Kate home, I'm getting. Like, he wasn't going to stay there for a while. Like, his intentions was not to stay there for a long while. He also wanted to pre-pack so he could go home to Kate. So, there we go. That's why he left Gonzalo's. Okay, so we can... Number 7 is answered. Oh. Okay, number 8. Let's see. What was Gonzalo, was Gonzalo's involved in your unaliving? I can't say the actual word, but because, again, YouTube's very sensitive. Was Gonzalo involved in Liam's unaliving? Keep hearing that song, Once in a Lifetime. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. No, but there was equal give and take with something here. Something about money. Okay, so what was this about money? I don't think he had any involvement with Liam's death, or it could have been liaisons to the drugs. Gonzalo's, if he did have any involvement, liaisons to the drugs. Getting drugs for Liam, I'm hearing. No. I don't think he had involvement with the death, but the drugs. Like the connections for him to get the drugs, I'm hearing. No. And again, strictly, this is all about money. Now, if there's any involvement to do with this is all about money, it seems like. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. 4 Pentacles in the upright, and 6 of Pentacles. Something with money. Money. I know this man was loaded, but money. If anything, it's paying him to stay there, paying him to help him with the hotel. I don't think it was anything to do with that. I think with the accumulation of things, of items and things that he wanted, or drugs, yes. I don't feel it was his unaliving, because I can't say the M word on here. YouTube's very strict on certain things that you can say and not say, guys, so sorry if it seems lame. I'm just following the rules here. Okay, why didn't Rogelio Norris then invite you to stay at his home after he left you at Gonzalo's? Why didn't Rogelio invite Liam to his home after he left Gonzalo's? Okay. Why didn't Rogelio invite Liam to his home after he left Gonzalo's? He had other affairs and other plans. He told Liam, don't come. So right there was a blockage. There was an obstruction for Liam to not go to Rogelio. Okay, but why though? I think there was no invitation. There was no discussion about it with the 8 of Wands in reverse. Because he had another opportunity. Okay, so the reason why Rogelio did not invite Liam to his home after he left Gonzalo's is he had another affair he was attending to. Another opportunity, probably another business deal. He had to deal with other affairs with 3 of Wands here. So again, movement, energy. So he was not present. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. But I'm hearing he checked up on him, but was not present. Judgment card. Okay, what does that mean? So, clarified judgment card. Okay, what does this mean? He was attending another thing. He had another opportunity, a small get-together or an opportunity elsewhere, and he knows he's judged for that, and he knows he left him alone. Liam didn't want to be alone, so Rogelio made offers for Liam. Like, he saw him later on, but then quickly left, I'm hearing. And he checked up on him, but didn't stay very long. It was in and out, right? Because he had another affair to go to. Okay. Did Rogelio really check you in the Casa Hotel, as there are no records and press and fans that could have realized that you checked you in, and did Rogelio cover it up? Okay, I don't even need the cards for this one, and Liam's going to channel him with that. When the One Direction members do check into the hotels, they're under synonym names. So there might not be actual records of Liam Payne's name, because, again, they do that on purpose to make sure nobody, the press, the fans, try to, like, stalk them and bother them in their hotel rooms. So he might have had records of him checking in, but he would have used a synonym name, a synonym or a different name to basically hide his identity kind of thing. So yes, he was checked in there. But I'll double check with the cards. Did Roger really check you into this Casa Sur Hotel? There was an imbalance. Yes and no. It was an imbalanced situation. So, Two of Pentacles, I'm hearing misinformation or some sort of informative. They might have been running out of money too, so they wanted to keep his identity secret. Yes, he did check him in, but it was under a different name, a different identity, because again, they wanted to keep things hidden so that, you know, they wouldn't have been given up where they've had to switch him hotels. With the Nine of Wands, Page of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so that's answered. Okay. Sorry, guys, I just have to keep track because I will get confused and answer different questions if I've already answered them. So I have to meticulously take them down because this is a new way of doing things and I don't want to be all jumbled and disorganized. Did you know that the Casa Sur Hotel was mob-owned? Well, Liam, that's a fun question. I'm hearing no, he wasn't aware of it. He wasn't aware of the shady dealings. There were other shady dealings, but not those shady dealings. He wasn't aware of it, but before I let him speak, let me get my cards to speak. Whoa. Hermit card. I don't think he was fully aware. Oh, let's see. Hermit card. He just thought it was a nicely ran hotel. He didn't. With the Hermit card, Six of Wands, Two of Cups, I think he kind of knew, but kind of didn't. You know, he goes, you know, every rich person scratches each other's back and keeps everything sort of hidden and in the dark with the Hermit card here. Like, you know stuff, but you don't know stuff at the same time. And usually are very successful at it. He said he wouldn't put it past him if there was. He just, again, kept everything hidden, right? You know, if you look hard enough, he goes with the Hermit card, you'll see anything anywhere, he says. So, I don't think Liam was fully aware of the full gravity, but he kind of yes and no, I'd say, in a way. Okay, 2 more questions, and then I gotta eat dinner because I'm hungry, guys. I'm starting to get hungry, like lightheaded hungry, so I'm just a hungry hippo. I need some food. Okay, let's see here. Who was it that gave you the drug in the glass or something? Okay. Now, again, they're saying look at the Dove soap. They had a third-party person come in with the drugs. I forgot the guy's name, but it was a male, a young male, Hispanic, that gave him the drugs. I just forgot the guy's name. I had it before in my other readings. I can't remember. I'll have to go look up the name. It was him that gave him the drugs through Rogelio, contacting him through Gonzalo. So again, everybody shaking the hands, and you see how it goes, right? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Yeah, bad choices. So people working simultaneously in groups of people to get him the drugs. He said it was a bad choice. He should have never accepted it. Yeah, it's going to be exposed of the bad choices here. He says, I took those drugs, but it's going to be exposed on the people that he was liaisoned with or grouped together that did present the drugs. Could have been somebody that he sort of knew. Friends of friends, right? So it's friends that got him the drugs. So his friend got him the drugs that knew somebody that knew somebody that knew somebody that got him the drugs. Okay. Sorry, guys, if I don't know all the names. You can't shoot me for that. So I will put the name, if I have it right here, if I can find it. If not, tough, right? You know, I can only do so much. Okay. Oh, yeah, and if I should ask what type of drugs were given. What type of drugs, Liam, did you take? What type of drugs? What type of drugs did you take, Liam? Justice, illegal drugs. Yes, Liam, we do know they're illegal. Okay, that was tongue-in-cheek right there. Well, we know they're illegal, Liam. Come on. You put the fucking justice card there. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, yes, Liam, of course we knew they were illegal drugs. But what type? Was it uppers? Was it downers? Oh, God. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm not, trust me, I don't think this situation's funny. I'm just, the tongue-in-cheek, I'm like, what drugs did you take? Illegal drugs. Yes. Okay. This tells me this was more uppers. 10 of Wands, something that would have stressed his body. Okay, so something that would have put stress on his body. 10 of Wands is about movement, energy, so I'm leaning more towards stimulants, cocaine, meth, etc. I hope I don't get flagged for this shit, you know. Okay, what type of drugs, Liam? I guess that was a little bit of Liam's dry humor coming in through the cards. That was kind of funny. This would have been more longer lasting. I think there was a combination here with 7 of Pentacles here. 10 of Wands, combination of drugs. There's multiple. It wasn't just one type. I think there was a mixture and it counteracted. So I'm getting also antidepressants and also, you know, coke, you know, the devil's dandruff, as they call it. Alcohol. Okay. So there was a combination of alcohol, stimulants, and long-lasting stuff that would have been in there. So I'm assuming time-released. That also means antidepressants. And there are some time-released ones. So yes, that's a big one that's coming up here. Okay. And that would have, a mixture altogether would put his body out of control. Last question. Did they beat you up at Gonzalo's? Okay. And did they dump you at the Casa Sur courtyard to make it look like you jumped? Okay. Did Gonzalez and Rogelio beat you up, Liam, and stuck you there and made it look like an accident? I don't know if I heard this right correctly, guys, and correct me if I'm wrong. I heard there was a source that, I don't know if somebody has footage of Liam going off the balcony or they heard a, the impact sound when he hit the ground. I've heard, I don't know. Please don't come for me in the comments if I'm wrong. I heard things. Again, that's the problem with media and all this stuff. You never know what's true and what's not true these days. Unfortunately, everybody makes up a lot of stuff, and that's why you guys come to me, because I give you some clarity or synopsification, and that's why, unless you're hearing it from an official's mouth, the person that's involved or whatever, they usually have more of the answers. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Did Rogelio and Gonzalez beat you up at Gonzalo's house and place you there? No. No. I'm getting a no with that one. He died aggressively, he's asking, but, or asking, and he's telling us, sorry. I'm starting to get brain fog. I'm getting hungry. No. Knight of Pentacles, no. No involvement, no. He died alone. So, why I say Nine of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles is the singles card. Due to neglect. If anything, what the cause of death was, he died alone, and there was not anyone around here with the Eight of Cups here. Yeah. If anything, he feels sort of betrayed by people not being around him or being around him when he needed them the most. So, I mean, I don't feel that there was any sort of messery that way. I just feel that his death was caused by neglect. That someone, if he was really intoxicated and he really needed somebody with him, they should have been with him to keep an eye on him that way. That's where I put the blame on there. And if somebody did give him the drugs and stuff like that, they should be charged, because that's not right, you know, and the inevitable did happen. So let's get some time oracle cards of things that could come for the case that could be prevalent here. When should be some prominent times that we're going to get more information with the Liam Payne case? Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. When should be a prominent time we should look for? Liam said stop waiting. Okay. I'm hearing patience is a virtue. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. What time period should we be looking at? Fall. There's going to be something coming up in the fall very shortly. We're in fall, so something is going to be coming up, a review I'm hearing. And yes, he's acknowledging his passing was in the fall next month. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. It's going to be in the morning time. Okay. What month? Spirit, ancestors, and angels, guides. What month? When you release resistance. Okay. What month? Oh. What month? Whatever news is going to be coming in, it's going to be rushing in. So it's going to be urgent news when we do get some. And I'm hearing more than a year. So it might still be a while. October. So October could be a time. October. Well, again, that's when he passed. So it could be actually a year to the date of when he passed. They might have some updated information. Spirit, ancestors, angels, guides. Anything else? Any other relevant information that needs to come in with this? It's not the right time. So he's indicating it's still not the right time. And also another prominent time could be this July coming. And February. Okay, so July, February, and October are going to be crucial times. So thank you so much for coming into this reading. I'm pooped. I need to go eat something. Thank you so much. And I hope this reading gives you the clarity you guys need. Thank you for submitting your questions. I did the best I could. And I shall see you next time. Bye for now.